People wake up on a normal day and suddenly something happens that changes their lives completely.
Paediatric trauma call, 15 minutes.
A lot of really bad things happen to really good people, but you never think it's going to happen to you.
Stabbed 5 times, including chest, and has got an arterial bleed from his leg.
High-speed RTC moped into a wall.
Jesus Christ, what happened? You all right?
I love my wife.
A&E reception, can I help you? Yeah, 24 hours, 7 days a week. I love that question. What's your opening hours?
St George's, London, one of the busiest and most advanced A&E departments in the world.
Complete baloney amputation of her leg.
I can't breathe.
He looks frail, doesn't he? He looks like somebody who's going to break.
It's going to be one of those days.
A place where life,
Darling, what's for dinner?
love,
It's still as beautiful as ever.
We have a boy.
and loss
Don't make me cry.
unfold every single day.
And they said there's nothing they can do.
All the patients you're about to see were treated in just one 24-hour period.
You don't know how lucky I am to be talking to you right now.
We see situations where someone's life has just been turned upside down. People always try and remember what the last conversation was, or the last words that that person said to them. And I suppose it's so much nicer if the words that they remember are, "I love you."
This is where Trisha should get a job.
Eh?
Trisha should get a job here, cleaning the floors and that. The whole
It's a long way to come here, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I know. But she should get one in the hospital because she's very caring.
Hello there, lovely.
You're kid, have you been to the beach?
I haven't. I've been to Lido. Tooting Lido.
I love to it, Lida.
So do I. I do feel like I'm on holiday.
People wee in them, don't they? I wouldn't dream of it, but apparently everyone else does.
One is being seen by medics, there's nothing to be done. 5 just needs his CTs, he's well.
Yeah.
Running resus today is consultant Melissa.
It's a bit depressing when you're inside, you don't even see daylight and it's gorgeous sunshine out there. She's going to see the new patient.
That one is the septic.
And he is going to go to ATU now. His blood pressure is doing okay. When the weather's good, there's more sporting events and things on, so you'll see more of the rugby injuries with the dislocated shoulders and things, more football injuries. Certainly you get a lot more kids in with injuries, particularly in the summer. So, you know, bike accidents, trampolines, falling out of trees, that kind of thing. He is being sorted and referred. We're all kind of under control for now. You know, as soon as I say that, this thing's going to go beep. Always, as soon as I say I'm going to eat, that thing goes off and 4 traumas come.
The morning of the accident, the weather was good, the road conditions were good, visibility was good. It was a typical nice sunny day, it was a good day to ride. I'd asked Ashley for a lift. I had to collect the car. He had his own video camera. I was on the back of the motorcycle. Nothing special about the journey, traffic pretty normal. And as we approached a crossroads, a car came out from our right-hand side. I remember the sound of the bike hitting the side of the car. The next thing I remember was coming to on the floor, so I think I must have blacked out. Ashley went to walk towards me and he collapsed. When the ambulance arrived and they suddenly started to strap him to a bodyboard, you think, hell, what's happening here? Thoughts of, hang on, pelvis, paralysis, you know, unable to walk, which, yeah.
A&E St George's. Adult trauma, go for it. Motorcyclist, V-car. Sure, Sierra. Thank you, bye-bye. Adult trauma call, 15 minutes.
Following their motorbike crash, 53-year-old Tim and his 28-year-old son Ashley are being rushed to St George's.
It is a male motorcyclist car. Which bed is the trauma one going into? Is it recess 5? Trauma's going to recess 5, yeah?
Can you both put lead aprons on as well, please? Right, who have I got? You can do a line of bloods for me. Are you happy to do a primary survey? When you're running a trauma or you're managing a patient, it tends to be sort of an aspect of crowd control, really. So many people are coming, everybody's doing something different.
Has everybody signed in?
I suppose I can be quite loud. But you need to be clear and make sure that everybody has their job, everyone's doing what I need them to do. Can you possibly order a chest and pelvic x-ray and some bloods for this?
Tim will be taken to the urgent care centre, but doctors are most concerned about his son Ashley's possible back and pelvic injuries.
He needs to be looked in as well.
Have a seat here, and they'll come in.
Eldest son, they took him through to intensive care area. Not good. Not good. You're then left sat there with your own thoughts and obviously thinking the worst.
It's half an hour since 28-year-old Ashley crashed his motorbike with his dad Tim on the back.
Okay. Right, we get a hand over? And then get him straight off the scoop.
Right, this is Ashley, 28 years old, driver of a motorcycle. Car pulled out, he went straight into the side of it at approximately 30 miles an hour.
Okay.
Rate of 80.
Thank you. Can we get him straight off the scoop, please?
Ready, steady, right.
Okay.
Any pain in your tummy when I press, Ashley?
Thank you, it'll be fine. Yes or no?
You can flash a light in your eyes, Ashley, all right? Look up for me.
Working alongside consultant Melissa is registrar Lucy.
Pupils equal and reactive. Motorcyclist versus car, you're just thinking top to toe, it could be absolutely anything. No bruising. Chest is clear. You obviously think of head and neck injuries. If they've fallen, rolled over, fallen onto the floor, you're going to think of pelvis, leg injuries. Cap refill is less than 2. Trachea is central. It's got no chest wall tenderness. If you do break your neck, you can have spinal cord problems and be paralysed. You just have to try and keep them calm. That's the only way, really, is just talking and letting them know what's going on, because there are lots of people around you. You're going to feel your blood pressure being taken. Someone's going to put a needle in your arm and take some blood so we can give you some painkillers.
Right, blood's all done. Venous gas.
Right, what's going to happen now? You're going to go to the CT scanner, all right? To look for any injuries. Someone who's young has got their whole life ahead of them. Things can go wrong, they can deteriorate, they can get worse.
Ashley needs a full CT scan to check for any damage to his internal organs, pelvis and spine.
going for a scan now.
Yeah, I think they're worried about his pelvis as much as anything, weren't they, I think? Yeah.
When Ashley was born, I was there at his birth. Incredible experience, totally changes your world, even more so with the first child. And it does provide a special bond.
Breathe in and hold your breath. Breathe normally.
When his mother and I parted, he was 6 months old.
Okay, nice deep breaths in and out through your mouth.
It was like going through someone's death. The person who I'd married, thought the world of, suddenly was gone. You suddenly have got this, you find yourself with your first child, totally reliant on you, this helpless thing. And I'd be there to pick him up, mop him down, clean him up, and put him back together again.
He promised me a cake all day because I helped him. I was helping him print out letters and that. So he promised me a cake and I never got it, you know.
Never mind, you got one there. You
I have, yes. I can buy my own.
St George's recess. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
A 77-year-old London ambulance driver has collapsed at the wheel of his vehicle. His colleagues at the scene suspect he may have had a stroke.
Jenny, you've got a stroke call coming in. Put the stroke in there, is that all right?
The stroke doctor on call is neurology registrar Bav.
The nature, unfortunately, is that it's very sudden. It's not like a heart attack where you're getting a bit of chest pain sometimes.
Okay, let's go.
There's no such warning for a stroke. People can just be eating and having their dinner, and suddenly they'll just go in the middle of conversation and everything goes. We do unfortunately get members of staff or people that you know of. But I have never had to treat an LAS member before. The quicker we get into hospital and investigate these people and manage them, the better your treatment options and outcomes are.
The man's colleagues were called to the scene of his accident and have brought him to St George's.
He really liked the job. He'd help anybody. Well, it's in his nature. His manager at London Ambulance phoned me. He just said to me, "I'm very sorry, Anne, I've got to tell you," and I've just froze, even with those words. And he said, "Jim's had a very bad, serious accident," and I just went to pieces.
This is Jim, 77 years old, driving along, taking a patient home today. Felt fine. Police noticed he went through a red light and was a little bit all over the place while driving. Stopped, stationary at traffic lights. Traffic went, he drove forward, went straight to a lamppost.
Okay.
No previous history of strokes or TIAs.
Okay. Hi, Jim. I'm Dr. Patel. Hi. Normally you're the one who's standing up, handing over to us.
The biggest problem with stroke is not that it kills you, but actually the biggest problem with stroke is disability.
Okay, have a look at my hand for me. Follow it.
We go through the whole quick neurological examination, which gives you a degree of their conscious level, their confusion level, and their weakness, as well as their speech and their vision.
If you look straight at my nose, which side am I moving?
Done with that one, you move your hands down.
Okay, and now?
Stops.
Which side am I moving?
The fingers.
And now?
One finger.
And now?
Moving your fingers.
Now?
Stops.
Now?
Lift him up.
Okay, so hemianopia on one side. That's why he drove into the lamppost with a hemianopia.
The initial assessment has shown Jim has a lack of vision in his left eye, possibly as a result of neurological damage to his brain.
Been married for 43 years, and I moved from Surrey into London, and I started to make friends. And then one day they were all there down the Clapham Junction, and I was introduced to them all, and Jim was one of them. And I thought, God, he's nice, I like him. He was just so polite and nice. I was quite quiet, and he probably liked that, because he was the same.
Okay, so Jim, so you've most probably had a stroke. The symptoms that you have are not being able to see on one side of your body. The idea is to try and see if I can get rid of those.
Oh, yeah.
You're in time for the thrombolysis, for the drug to try and see if we can help. Right, I've got OBS. Blood pressure is okay, isn't it? Got it?
We got about. We would go down to the seaside. We used to just walk about, go on the beach, put his arm round me, hold my hand. Just in love, aren't you? And you're walking on up there. It's lovely. Love him to bits. Always will.
We have 4.5 hours from the time of onset of the stroke to provide the treatment, which is a clot-busting treatment. We call it thrombolysis. Even though we have 4.5 hours, we know that if you give it within 90 minutes or as early as possible, the chances for the patient to recover and minimise their disability is bigger. He's well within time. He's only an hour into his onset, so... You know, for him, I want to save his vision, because he's an ambulance driver, he'll lose his job. So no pressure, guys. The brain cells are very, very sensitive. They can die within seconds of not having oxygen. The idea of us providing the clot-busting treatment is to save any more cells from dying. So there's a good chance that the patient recovers majority of their function, and that gives the therapist the chance to rehabilitate them better. The biggest risk from thrombolizing is because you're giving a very, very strong blood-thinning drug, is that you would cause a hemorrhage.
The brain scan will show whether it's safe to give Jim the clot-busting drug that could save his sight.
I've got to get up here.
You have. Or you can get on this chair, I don't mind.
Do you want
chair would be better. Oh, you can't.
Oh, it's nice and soft, isn't it? Nice and soft.
That was an amazing leap.
Amazing leap wasn't the word for it. Pretty agile when I ain't got a broken finger.
So, what happened?
Well, I was on a bus Monday.
Monday, okay.
And going up the stairs.
Yeah.
And pulled out ever so quick, because I like to change, like, you know. And I was going like that upstairs, and this arm was off when he pulled up, and I went like that to grab something, and I pushed this right back or something.
Okay, I'm going to send you off for X-ray, I'm pretty sure. Okay, are you allergic to anything that you know of?
Not that I know of. I was going to say the wife, but I better not.
She's going to go for a CT. Then we're going to lie on her back and see if she obstructs the airway. If she doesn't and the airway's okay, she can go to CT.
Hello, St George's. Yep. 14-year-old that's fallen 20 feet out of tree. Central C-spine pain and... Okay then. So what was the ETA, sorry?
It's a PEDS fallen from tree. Hello. Can you do line? Well, we've got peds as well. Needs to go.
A 14-year-old boy has fallen 20 feet from a tree. His mum has travelled with him in the ambulance to St George's.
Patient's arriving.
It was like somebody had pressed pause on our life. Everything just came to a finish. He'd fallen onto his back and hadn't really moved since.
We get some hands on.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, great. Okay, can we all listen to handover?
Guys, this is Fabian. He's 14. He's fallen approximately 20 feet out of a tree from standing. He's landed on his back. He hasn't moved from where he was. He's complaining of a central C-spine pain and a lower back tenderness. He's got a cut to the left axilla that's non-penetrating. He's got both left and right shoulder pain. He's also got right lumbar tenderness on palpation, right ankle pain and reduced sensation in his right foot.
He was quite small for his age. He missed a lot of reception year because he got pneumonia. His dad wasn't around. He just felt like he just needed to protect him more. I certainly worried about him more than the others.
Right, can we get a primary survey? Can we get the monitor on? Can we get your trolley out? Thank you. Can somebody get our Entonox?
Okay. Ready, steady, brace. Okay, and relax. All right, and blocks back. All right, you're doing a good job taking those deep breaths, okay?
I got married very young, had children very young, did everything very young. We met in the cycling club when we were 15. Started living together at 19, bought our first house at 20. At 21, got married. At 25, had our first child. By 36, we had this huge house. We had everything you could possibly want. But the marriage ended, really. We'd reached the top of the tree and there wasn't really anywhere to fall but down. And to then be left with 4 boys on my own wasn't really what I signed up for. I used to cry a lot at night when I thought the boys couldn't hear me, but they could hear me, it turned out. And one New Year, my second son said his New Year's wish was for me to stop crying. And then I realised I really needed to get my act together, and that was quite a turning point for me.
With Mum here.
Hello. You're enjoying that, Gaz.
All done with the X-rays, buddy, okay?
I'm the A&E consultant. We're just getting some X-rays. Chest looks okay so far. We're going to get some more, and then we'll take it from there.
Kept very calm outwardly, but inside I was very panicked. You think about Superman, Christopher Reeve, having his accident. You know, 1 minute riding a horse, and the next minute his life was just finished. So it is frightening.
On.
Emergency department, can I help?
Tell me if you want a hand, if I can hold anything.
No, that's great.
I still can't believe that's broken.
Now, there's a couple of things about your plaster. Be careful you don't hit it into anything, because it's still going to be a little bit soft.
Okay, yeah.
So be a bit gentle with it today.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, you can't get it wet.
Oh, no,
so
no,
showering is going to be very... baths are going to be difficult.
You have to wash me back tonight.
OK, dear. That's right, and your armpit. It's very difficult,
Okay.
yeah.
OK. What we do now? Wake
Going
someone.
for another X-ray.
28-year-old Ashley is awaiting the results of a CT scan after crashing his motorbike with his dad on the back.
If you need some painkillers, let us know, OK?
I really need to pee.
I'll get one of the nurses. We'll have to get you a bottle, I'm afraid, because you're going to need to stay flat for a while, OK? But we'll, you know, leave you in peace for that, don't worry.
As a child, he tended to be relatively quiet. School was difficult for Ashley in that he was taken from a rural environment and brought up to London and thrown in at the deep end. He was the lad with the funny accent.
Oh, big bladder. Well, he did say he needs to wee. Don't press too hard.
I think towards the end of his education, he lost his way a bit. On Ashley's reports, I remember clearly they mirrored mine in many ways. Could do better.
Thank you. I'll clean you up now. Covered in lovely jelly.
He got involved in amateur dramatics. Absolutely excellent stage presence. Oliver, scenes in Oliver, I've still got them on VHS tape. And I do regret that he didn't carry on with that. He saw friends earning good money and the like, and in fairness, he's gone on to do the same. He's been quite successful.
He was seeing a plastics patient. Let me see if he's still here.
With Ashley still in resus, his dad's x-ray results show damage to the ligaments around his shoulder.
It's on his AC joint. Hey, so nothing's broken.
Right.
But can you see here, the fact that it's lifted shows that one or more of those are ruptured. It's going to be physio, basically.
Right.
This is not something that's going to be better in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a bit of a longer process, I'm afraid, to get it better. We just have to take each step at a time, really.
Yeah.
3 hours ago, 14-year-old Fabian fell from a tree. Initial X-ray results show there could be some damage to his spine.
Slight asymmetry.
He's probably slightly right side up there. Yeah.
Consultant Melissa needs to carry out a further physical examination of Fabian's back.
We're just going to roll him on his side and have a feel of his back, and we'll see where he's sore. On 3, 1, 2, 3, roll. OK. Let's have a little feel down here. Any pain along here?
Yeah.
Very sore or just a bit sore?
Quite a bit.
OK. And here?
Yeah.
Gonna poke in your bottom. Sore down here?
Yeah.
It really depends on how you fall and what you land on as to what you injure. And once you've stabilised them, you need to sort of look at what the problems are and treat them. Have a feel of your neck as well. Any pain in here?
Yeah.
Sore there?
Yeah.
All the way down?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
So all the way up as well? OK, no problem.
Go back down on 3, 1, 2, 3. Well done.
So keep hold of the neck. Can we get some blocks back, please? Do you need any more painkillers, or are you all right at the moment? OK, you just shout if you need anything. Try not to move if you can, but just there'll be someone around, so just let us know, OK? All right.
Fabian needs a full CT scan to discover if he has any life-changing injuries.
We've got to go to the car park.
The car park, is that what you said?
That's what she said. Car park. You can't hold a spoon now, so what are you going to do? You have to use that left hand of all.
It's what they call ambidextrous.
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 I sat together, ambidextrous. I've done it.
Ambulance driver Jim is waiting for the scan results of his brain. Doctors have 4 hours from the onset of his stroke to give him a clot-busting drug that could reverse any damage being done to his brain.
Do you realise your glasses are askew?
Well, I've not sat on them, have I?
No, you put them on your nose like this.
Hang on.
Oh dear, I don't want to state to get in, eh?
Jim's wife and daughter have arrived at A&E to be with him.
All right.
Hiya, how are you? Right.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm one of the nurses. Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm all right. Quite love first coming down.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Nice.
I met a lot of stroke patients at the hospital I was working in, and I know that some patients can't even talk. Some of them can't even walk. They can't even think. So that's what was going through my head. You always think the worst instead of the best.
Is there any damage to your body at all?
I was quite worried inside because it's no good getting upset when your husband's laying, you know, like he was. So I controlled that.
How do you feel?
So, you know, left hand side, obviously, I can't see out of it properly, but...
You can't?
Well, I can see, but not as it should be, is what the lady said.
Okay, that'll come back, all right?
Dr. Bav is reviewing the scan of Jim's brain.
It's already established.
His CT scan has revealed scar tissue on his brain, evidence that his stroke occurred longer than 4 hours ago.
He probably had a TIA, and that's been there for a little while. Stroke is already there.
Jim will be unable to receive the drug that could have reversed his symptoms.
Hi, sorry. We've had a look at the scan, and it does already show a stroke there, so I think it probably didn't happen an hour ago. It's been there for a long time.
Has it really?
Yeah.
I did wonder about that, you know.
Yeah.
What do you mean, how long was
It will be, his vision's not at all right on this side of his field. So the vision on that side of your world, because you don't, even now when I examine you, you don't acknowledge it. You probably had it for ages, but you don't notice it, and it's a surprise.
Strange.
You're lucky you haven't had an accident earlier,
Blimey.
to be honest. But because it's already established on the scan, I can't give you the treatment to melt the clot, unfortunately.
He really liked the job. He'd go everywhere, all over London, all Surrey, everything. And no, he absolutely loved it. Yeah, he likes working. But we all have to stop sometimes, don't we?
You'll need to be admitted. We'll start treating you with clopidogrel, and we'll ask our therapist to see you tomorrow.
Okay. I've always been a people person. Hopefully got on well with all my colleagues, as well as the patients. And due to the vehicle licensing laws, having a stroke, I technically can't drive people around. I just got to face up to it. Very sad to depart. What can I say?
Jim is being taken to the specialist stroke ward for doctors to assess the damage done to his brain.
You did that last time.
Hi mate, how are we doing? Guess where I am? A&E mate. I slammed my brakes on too hard and went over my handlebars. Yeah, it sucks, man. I was going to go for a pint and everything.
Ashley always live for today and enjoy every minute, and if that means flying, sailing, travel, motorcycle, whatever, do it. Ashley's bike's a fairly high performance machine. It's a 1200cc Ducati Monster S. It was the epitome of everything he wanted in a motorcycle, and he'd actually achieved it, and he was rightly proud of himself and of the bike.
Right, let's get you into this sling, then we'll get you round so you can see your son.
They were going to send him for a scan. Do you know?
Okay.
All okay, great.
Well, I don't know the results of it. No, we'll go round and have a little look in a minute.
His interest in motorcycles was probably my fault and fairly early on. I've always had them, ending up with a VFR 750, a Honda, which he was on the back of from about the age of 12. With Ashley, it wasn't so much speed, it was more to actually travel somewhere and to go somewhere together.
Does that feel?
That feels a lot better, actually.
Perfected, yeah.
Yeah.
Having fallen 20 feet from a tree onto his back, 14-year-old Fabian needs a CT scan to discover if he has any life-changing injuries.
Fabian, what we're going to do now, I want to make sure we're not missing anything, and so we're just going to basically scan your neck. After we sorted out your neck, we'll have another look at your back. Okay? I understand where the parents are coming from. You know, I've had my kids who have also been quite sick and been admitted into hospital before, so I know where they're coming from. Because they're just scared, they're frightened, they don't understand, they're absolutely distraught. It's just come from left field, out the blue, you know, and one of their loved ones is in critical danger.
He's brave, isn't he?
You're very brave.
Life can be really tenuous. When you're on your own, you have to always be strong, really. Trying to be the disciplinarian and the caring one as well. I find that very hard.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
And there's nobody to bounce things off or back you up. And then if I do get it wrong, I berate myself terribly. So I try very hard to get it right.
Do I go get it? Am I going to get early?
Hello. How are we doing? CT, you happy?
Yeah.
And did you see the whole spine? Yeah. Fine.
Doctors were concerned 28-year-old Ashley had suffered significant injuries following a motorbike crash. His scan results have shown no damage, apart from a broken wrist.
I haven't seen anything going through. I haven't written the whole report yet.
Fine, but you're happy with his neck at least, and I can let the poor guy pee, yeah. Well, the good news is your neck is fine. So if you hang on a minute, we can get you a bit more comfy. Gently turn your head to the left. Feels okay? Mm-hmm. And the other way? Fab, that all feels fine? Yeah. Excellent. Right. Any pain in your back?
A little bit, but I think that might be because I need to pee.
How's that? Better?
I think it's fair to say that Ashley was born with 2 left feet. So invariably, if someone was going to trip over something, it would be Ashley.
He's going to have another try at pee. I've cleared his neck and sat him up a little bit. He's going to have another go, poor bloke.
Definite memories of teaching him to ride a bicycle, running along behind them, and then you let go, and they look over their shoulder, having got to the end of the road, to see you're not there anymore and promptly fall off. That was great. It was great fun. It was. But he's quite hardy. He tended to bounce most of the time, and still does.
Consultant Melissa has also been reviewing the results of 14-year-old Fabian's CT scan. They reveal he's broken his coccyx, the vertebrae at the base of his spine.
Broken coccyx is sore, but it's not something that generally needs an operation. Kids tend to heal better than adults, but it will be sore for a good few weeks, and he wouldn't be able to do a huge amount for quite a few weeks.
I think it's as hard for the parent at 14 because you've got to start letting them go and trusting them and hoping that you've done a good job and they know right from wrong and they're not going to get into too much mischief. I mean, they will mess up, obviously, we all do all through life, but you just hope you taught them enough that they know how to behave when they're out.
Definitely no more climbing up trees.
Still climb something, but not trees.
I always wanted boys. Boys are just naturally adventurous. They need to see the world and do what they need to do, let off steam. They're so physical. Boys are like dogs, you've got to exercise them. If you don't, they climb the walls.
Do you get called out to emergencies like that?
I'm quite new. You were my first proper trauma call.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cool. I'll leave you to it, all right? You take care.
Thanks a lot.
Probably see you in here in a bit.
Thank you.
Fabian will be taken to a paediatric ward to be monitored overnight.
Do you wish things had happened differently?
No, because I've achieved so much with my boys and I wouldn't change that for the world. They're everything to me. I've got sausage and chips at home.
Let's go round this way. Let's go and see how your son's doing, okay? You all right, yeah?
Hello.
So you do better than me.
Oh, what have you done?
I've got pictures to show you.
He's ruptured some ligaments in his shoulder.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm all right. I've hurt my hand.
Yeah?
I feel much better here now.
You're right.
Yeah.
Ashley and I, unfortunately, both suffer the same as my father. It's very rare that we'll tell each other what we really mean to each other. But he knows, I know.
Did you see the bike before they took?
No.
Do you want to?
No.
It's a bike.
It's brand new.
I know, but it's a bike. You're all right, that's the main thing.
You like to see your children successful, happy, but the main thing, they're healthy. He's actually done really well, despite all that he's gone through. And no, I'm very proud of him.
Not a happy bike. Well,
I think for both of us, it's kind of put things into perspective a little bit more. As much as I love my bike, it's never going to love me back. I need to wee.
Don't look at me.
I mean, I don't know if our relationship has changed very much. He's a bossy, very controlling. He's got a heart of gold, though. You know, he'll do anything for anyone. Remember, you're going to get old and feeble long before I do.
No.
And you're going to be relying on me.
You carry on like this, you're going to be old and before I am.
Yeah, I love him to bits. He's my dad, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I had a problem going to the toilet earlier. We were just very, very lucky. And we were both elated. We were laughing hysterically. At the time we left, you're tired, you're exhausted, but you're alive. And you can appreciate every day just that little bit more.
Oh dear, it's been a long day.
Get well soon, take care.
Thinking of you and wishing you well.
Time goes by so quick. comes across your head now and again what I'm going to do with myself, but I've still got enough interest and enough life in my body to gently do what I want to do.
We always tell each other we love each other all the time. I think it's very important to say it out loud, not just think it. They never stop needing you.
Do you still climb trees?
Well, yes, but I wouldn't like to admit it in front of my mum.
We probably go out more together on the bikes than we did before. Yesterday, I met him for lunch, and I do wonder what the public would have thought, because you've got two guys in leather jackets with damn great motorcycles giving each other a hug at the side of the road, so it does happen.